Today is Saturday. Finally, it is Saturday, March 7th, 2020. The time is now 7:05 Central Standard Time. That's Texas time. So welcome. It's me, Kenya. Welcome to the channel. We're going to do something special today. Before we start, don't forget, tomorrow night, Sunday night, we spring forward. So don't forget to set your clocks forward. We're going to spring forward 1 hour here in the States. And friendly reminder, don't forget to mark your calendar or set your alarm to set that clock forward. So we're going to lose an hour tomorrow night. Okay, other than that, we're going to do something special today. We're going to read the Bible. Well, I'm going to read the Bible. I don't know what you're going to do. If you're going to just sit back and listen, then listen closely, because I'm going to read my Bible. And this is the Bible I'm going to use. It is the New Believers Bible, compact version, New Living Testament. And if you're interested in how to acquire this particular Bible translation, the link is in the description, along with this compact Bible dictionary that I may or may not use, this Nelson Compact Series dictionary. I don't know what I'll come across today as I go back into the book of Numbers, but I might use that. The link to that is also in the description. The guide that I'm using, the study guide that I'm using, is also in the link if you want to check that out. I see a little bit of buffering, hopefully not too much. Life of Key is the early bird. Good morning, 40 fam. Life of Key. Answer me a question real quick. Does the sound okay? Is the sound okay? I was trimming up, doing some editing. I like to trim off the beginning and the end if it's a little too much extra wait time, so the people in the replay can jump right in. And I noticed as I was listening, I keep hearing some wobble in the background. I got rid of the static, but I'm hearing some wobble, some Ronald McDonald hamburger wobble in the background. So if you or anybody else in the replay listening, if you hear something in the background, please bring it to my attention. I don't always listen to my live streams back, but sometimes I do, and if I catch something, I'll try to fix whatever is going on. I'm not sure what that is. I do know not to use Internet Explorer anymore. That's what was causing the static. So I'm specifically using Chrome, but I'm still hearing some wobble in the background, and I want to make sure that this is the best listening experience for you. So if you guys hear something in the background, let me know. Still can't do too much about the choppiness. As far as I can see, I have excellent connection. YouTube is telling me I have an excellent connection, but it's still pretty choppy. So hopefully it's not too distracting as you guys listen in. But if there's ever any issue, let me know. I'm going to do a quick screen share so you guys can see. Anybody who's interested can check out the cover of the book, my guide that I like to use, which is right here, Diane Stort's A Woman's Guide to Reading the Bible in a Year, a life-changing journey into the heart of God. You do not have to be a woman to be in this live stream. This live stream is open to anybody who's interested in listening to a reading of the Bible. It's my New Year's resolution to read the Bible every day, and this is how I'm doing it. And so this just happens to be the guide that I'm using. But if you're a guy, a man, a dude, and you want to listen in, you are more than welcome to be here. I'm looking for all types of insight, inquiries, understandings, interpretations as you are reading your Bible. We are in week 10. This is week 10. Wow, week 10 of me reading the Bible. This week's theme is called Wilderness Travails. Wilderness Travails. I'm going to look that up real quick because I think I know what it means, but I kind of don't. Like all this time, I'm pretty sure I know what it means, but let me look this up real quick. Travails. I think it means like going through something, right? Like actual traveling. Okay. Travail means to engage in painful or laborious effort. That's what that means. Travail. To engage in painful or laborious effort. So wilderness travails means they're in the wilderness and they're going through a lot of effort and a lot of growing pains. Yes, work. This is the Merriam-Webster. It says work, especially of a painful or laborious nature, physical or mental exertion or piece of work, task, effort, agony, torment. That is what travails means. Yeah, I don't think I knew. I don't think I knew that actually. I thought I did, but I did not. But now I know. And knowing is half the battle. Read the Bible. Okay, I'm back. So we are in week 10 of reading the Bible. Gonna finish up in Numbers. Let's see. I should be in Numbers 25, 26, and 27. Give me 1 second to update the title. That's pretty much all I need to do. And then I'm going to jump in with the recap. Oh, the whiz popped in and says, good morning. I'm 2 minutes late reading that. I'm sorry. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. 25. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. 25 through 27. Okay. Update that so I don't have to do it later. 25 through 27. And yes, now if anybody wants to, if anybody new comes in, they will see the actual title. It should say 25 through 27. And we are in week 10. 5 likes. Thank you so much to the 5 people in the room. You guys are awesome. Laverne Dorsey, morning. All right, let me get back to where I need to be. And again, if you guys hear anything weird in the background, like warble, 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 like what I heard yesterday when I was playing it back, let me know. I might not know how to fix it, but I think I might have connections now. Now that I'm sharing my channel a little bit more, I might know some people who can help me out and give me an idea of what it is and what I can do to fix it. Without further ado, doesn't adieu mean goodbye? Without further ado, I bid you adieu. I just realized that. Like, doesn't that mean goodbye? I don't know. Sounded good at the time. How many people have gotten into trouble when they said sounded good at the time? All right, let's see. 25 through 27. So yesterday was what, 23, 24? No, it was 22. 22, 23, and 24 is the recap that starts now. I thought that meant introducing. What, the travails or the adieu? No, I bid you adieu is kind of like I bid you good night, goodbye, or without further ado, without further introducing. I guess that does make sense. I don't know. Well, it's French, and I don't speak French, so I was just trying to sound special. Recap time. Recap time. This is chapter 2 from the book of Numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Balak sends for Balaam. So Balak sends for Balaam was in chapter 22. And let's see, we finally figured out what was going on with this talking donkey that was talked about in the guide, the reading guide. Balaam and his donkey is verse 21 of that part. Let's see, chapter 23, Balaam blesses Israel. And Balak did not like that. Verse 13 was Balaam's second message. Verse 27 was Balaam's third message. Moving on to chapter 24, Balaam, let's see. gave another message, a third message, and Balak was pretty upset with him. He gave a final message and pretty much a prophecy, and that was it. And woe to them in, what was the name of the city? Woe to them in the city of, or for the kingdom of Balak. What was the name of his city? Heshbon. We talked about it over here. Assyria, Eber, the Kenites, Amalek, Edom. That's right, Edom. So woe to Edom, because even though Balaam didn't do the curse, he did the blessing instead. He did give them a heads up of what was to come, and it wasn't going to be too pleasant. All right, chapter 25. Let's do this. Moab seduces Israel. Ooh, getting real juicy. 6 people in the room. Can I get one more thumbs up for that person chilling out in the background? You don't have to say anything if you don't want to. Just give me a thumbs up. That lets YouTube know what a fine job I'm doing. Okay. Moab seduces Israel. While the Israelites were camped at Acacia Grove, some of the men defiled themselves. Now, you know defile. By now, you should know defile is not a good thing. Some of the men defiled themselves by having sexual relations with local Moabite women. These women invited them to attend sacrifices to their gods. So the Israelites feasted with them and worshiped the gods of Moab. In this way, Israel joined in the worship of Baal, of Peor, causing the Lord's anger to blaze against his people. They just learned, and back in Exodus, thou shalt not have any other gods, worship any gods, or have false idols. And like 2 books later, and less than 40 years later, they're already worshiping other idols. Verse 3, in this way, Israel joined in the worship of Baal of Peor, causing the Lord's anger to blaze against his people. The Lord issued the following command to Moses: seize all the ringleaders and execute them before the Lord in broad daylight, so his fierce anger will turn away from the people of Israel. So Moses ordered Israel's judges, each of you must put to death the men under your authority who have joined in worshiping Baal of Peor. Just then one of the Israelite men brought a Midianite woman into his tent right before the eyes of Moses and all the people, as everyone was weeping at the entrance of the tabernacle. When Phinehas, son of Eleazar and grandson of Aaron the priest, saw this, he jumped up and left the assembly. He took a spear and rushed after the man into his tent. Phinehas thrust the spear all the way through the man's body and into the woman's stomach. Now you know what was going on for that to have happened, for him to get 2 with one swipe. So the plague against the Israelites was stopped, but not before 24,000 people had died. Then the Lord said to Moses, Phinehas, son of Eleazar and grandson of Aaron, the priest, has turned my anger away from the Israelites by being as zealous among them as I was. So I stopped destroying all Israel, as I had intended to do in my zealous anger. Now tell him that I am making my special covenant of peace with him. In this covenant I give him and his descendants a permanent right to the priesthood, for in his zeal for me, his God, he purified the people of Israel, making them right with me. The Israelite man killed with the Midianite woman was named Zimri, son of Salu, the leader of a family from the tribe of Simeon. The woman's name was Cosbi. She was the daughter of Zur, the leader of a Midianite clan. Then the Lord said to Moses, attack the Midianites and destroy them, because they assaulted you with deceit and tricked you into worshiping Baal of Peor, and because Cosbi, the daughter of a Midianite leader, who was killed at the time of the plague because of what happened at Peor. Chapter 26. This is the second registration of Israel's troops. So remember when I first started reading Numbers, there was this long list making. They did a census and, put people in different tribes or different clans, organized everybody, and all the men 20 years of age and older were counted in the census. And then as far as the Levites, the priesthood, all the babies, 2 months? 2 months and older were counted. So this is the second registration of Israel's troops. After the plague ended, the Lord said to Moses and to Eleazar, son of Aaron the priest, "From the whole community of Israel, record the names of all the warriors by their families. List all men 20 years or older, 20 years old or older, who are able to go to war." Now it's interesting because I think when we first did this, they were called soldiers, not warriors. Let me see. Is it just using a different word, or was it for a specific reason? No, okay, I was wrong. In chapter 1, it does say, "From the whole community of Israel, record the names of all the warriors by their clans." I don't know why I thought it was, it said soldiers, but yes, warriors. My mistake. All right, back to chapter 26, verse 3. "So there on the plains of Moab, beside the Jordan River, across from Jericho, Moses and Eleazar the priest issued these instructions to the leaders of Israel. List all the men of Israel 20 years old and older, just as the Lord commanded Moses. This is the record of all the descendants of Israel who came out of Egypt." All right, let's start with the tribe of Reuben, verse 5. "These were the clans descended from the sons of Reuben, Jacob's oldest son. The Hanokite clan, named after their ancestor Hanok. The Paluite clan, named after their ancestor Palu. The Hezronite clan, named after their ancestor Hezron. The Carmite clan, named after their ancestor Carmi. These were the clans of Reuben. Their registered troops numbered 43,730. Palu was the ancestor of Eliab, and Eliab was the father of Nemuel, Dathan, and Abiram. This Dathan and Abiram are the same community leaders who conspired with Korah against Moses and Aaron, rebelling against the Lord. But the earth opened up its mouth and swallowed them with Korah, and fire devoured 250 of their followers. This served as warning to the entire nation of Israel. However, the sons of Korah did not die that day." Now moving on to the tribe of Simeon in verse 12. "These were the clans descended from the sons of Simeon. The Jemuelite clan, named after their ancestor Jemuel. The Jaminite clan, named after their ancestor Jamin. The Jachinite clan, named after their ancestor Jachin. The Zoharite clan, named after their ancestor Zohar. The Shaulite clan, named after their ancestor Shaul. These were the clans of Simeon. Their registered troops numbered 22,200. Now on to the tribe of Gad in verse 15. "These were the clans descended from the sons of Gad. The Zephonite clan, named after their ancestor Zephon. The Haggite clan, named after their ancestor Haggai. The Shunite clan, named after their ancestor Shuni. The Oznite clan, named after their ancestor Ozni. The Erite clan, named after their ancestor Eri. The Erodite clan, named after their ancestor Eridai. The Aralite clan, named after their ancestor Aralai. These were the clans of Gad, and their registered troops numbered 40,500. Now on to the tribe of Judah. This is verse 19. "Judah had 2 sons, Er and Onan, who had died in the land of Canaan. These were the clans descended from Judah's surviving sons. The Shelonite clan, named after their ancestor Shelah. The Perizzite clan, named after their ancestor Perez. The Zeharite clan, named after their ancestor Zerah. These were the subclans descended from the Perizzites. The Hezronites, named after their ancestor Hezron. The Hamulites, named after their ancestor Hamuel. These were the clans of Judah. Their registered troops numbered 76,500. Now to the tribe of Issachar. These were the clans descended from the sons of Issachar. The Tolaite clan, named after their ancestor Tola. The Puite clan, named after their ancestor Pua. The Jashubite clan, named after their ancestor Jashub. The Shimronite clan, named after their ancestor Shimron. These were the clans of Issachar, and their registered troops numbered 64,300. Now on to the tribe of Zebulun in verse 26. These were the clans descended from the sons of Zebulun. The Seredite clan, named after their ancestor Sered. The Elonite clan, named after their ancestor Elon. Hey, like Elon Musk. The Jalilite clan, named after their ancestor Jalil, like Jaleel White. I never knew he had a biblical name. These were the clans of Zebulun. Their registered troops numbered 60,500. Yeah, y'all know Steve Urkel, Jaleel White? It's spelled a little different, but that's Jaleel. And Elon Musk. I didn't know they had biblical names. That's so cool. All right, let's move on to verse 28. Talking about the tribe of Manasseh. I don't remember what Daddy Yankee song it is, but I'm pretty sure he throws out that word Manasseh. It makes me want to look up if in the Puerto Rican culture there is, that name used as a biblical name. Interesting. Verse 28, 2 clans were descended from Joseph through Manasseh and Ephraim. These were the clans descended from Manasseh. The Machirite clan, named after their ancestor Machir. The Gileadite clan, named after their ancestor Gilead, who was Machir's son. And these were the subclans descended from the Gileadites. The Eazerites, named after their ancestor Eazer. The Helekites, named after their ancestor Helek. The Azraelites, named after their ancestor Azrael. Like the cat from the Smurfs, right? The Shechemites, named after their ancestor Shechem. The Shemaites, named after their ancestor Shemida. The Hepherites, named after their ancestor Hepher. And one of Hepher's descendants, Zelophehad, had no sons, but his daughters' names were Mala, Noah, Hogla, Milcah, and Tirzah. I knew a Tirzah growing up. Verse 33. Verse 34. These were the clans of Manasseh. Their registered troops were 52,700. Oprah has a biblical name too. Yeah, I know. I don't remember if that was in the New Testament or Old Testament. We shall find out, shan't we? Verse 35, the tribe of Ephraim. I work with it, Ephraim. There's a lot more biblical names that I realize. So if I just throw these commentaries out, it's just because so many of these are just coming to my realization. All right, verse 35. These were the clans descended from the sons of Ephraim. The Shuthelahite clan, named after their ancestor Shuthelah. The Becherite clan, named after their ancestor Becher. The Tahanite clan, named after their ancestor Tahan. This was the sub-clan descended from the Shuthelites. The Aaronites, named after their ancestor Aaron. Looks more like Aaron because it's an E, not the Aaron that we know. These were the clans of Ephraim. Their registered troops numbered 32,500. And these clans of Manasseh and Ephraim were all descendants of Joseph. Now let's move on to the tribe of Benjamin in verse 38. These were the clans descended from the sons of Benjamin. The Belaite clan, named after their ancestor Bela. Bella! Or is it Stella? The Ashbelite clan, named after their ancestor Ashbel. The Ahiramite clan, named after their ancestor Ahiram. The Shuphamite clan, named after their ancestor Shupham. The Huphamite clan, named after their ancestor Hupham. These were the subclans descended from the Belaites, the Ardites, named after their ancestor Ard, and the Naim. I think I went to a school with a boy named Naim. Naimites, named after their ancestor Naim, or Naaman. These were the clans of Benjamin, and their registered troops numbered 45,600. Now on to the tribe of Dan in verse 42. These were the clans descended from the sons of Dan. The Shuhamite clan, named after their ancestor Shuham. Didn't we have one up here already? No, that was Shupham, and this is Shuham. And let's see. These were the Shuhamite clans of Dan. Their registered troops numbered 64,400. Oh, he had a small little tribe. Moving on to the tribe of Asher in verse 44. These were the clans descended from the sons of Asher. The Imnite clan, named after their ancestor Imnah. The Ishvite clan, named after their ancestor Ishvi. The Beriite clan, named after their ancestor Beria. These were the subclans descended from the Beriites, the Heberites, named after their ancestor Heber, and the Malkielites, named after their ancestor Malkiel. Asher also had a daughter named Sarah. These were the clans of Asher, and their registered troops numbered 53,400. Let's see, on to the tribe of Naphtali, which I believe is the last one. Second to last. These were the clans descended from the sons of Naphtali. The Jazielite clan, named after their ancestor Jaziel. The Gunite clan, named after their ancestor Guni. The Jezerite clan, named after their ancestor Jezer. The Shilamite clan, named after their ancestor Shilom. These were the clans of Naphtali, and their registered troops numbered 45,400. Black Kinlaw pops in and says, "Hi, hello, Black Kinlaw. How you doing?" We're reading up on some more ancestry of the Israelite tribe. They were registered once as troops, and now they're being registered again. And we're coming in almost to the end of chapter 26. So welcome. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Let's see. These are the results of the registration. In summary, the registered troops of all Israel numbered 601,730. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Divide the land among the tribes and distribute the grants of land in proportion to the tribes' populations as indicated by the number of names on the list." Full stop. I just realized why there was a second registration. From the time he did the first one to now, a lot of stuff has happened. There have been probably, deaths and births. And then what happened with the rebellion with Korah. And even though they did just take over, they overtook the Edom, the land of Edom. No, where was it? Which land did they just conquer? They just conquered one piece of land. And even though they succeeded, they probably lost some people. So all in all, they had to, regroup. We finally got where we're supposed to be. Now let's, do another head count. I just realized that. That's why there's another registration. So the Lord says, this is verse 42, the Lord says, "Divide the land among the tribes and distribute the grants of land in proportion to the tribe's population as indicated by the number of names on the list. Give the larger tribes more land and the smaller tribes less land, each group receiving a grant in proportion to the size of its population. But you must assign the land by lot and give land to each ancestral tribe according to the number of names on the list. Each grant of land must be assigned by lot among the larger and smaller tribal groups." Now we're moving on to verse 57, talking about the tribe of Levi. These are the priesthood, remember, because they don't get land. "This is the record of the Levites who were counted according to their clans. The Gershonite clan, named after their ancestor Gershon. The Kohathite clan, named after their ancestor Kohath. And the Merari clan, named after their ancestor. The Libnites, Hebronites, the Malites, the Mushites, and the Korahites were all subclans of the Levites. Now Kohath was the ancestor of Amram, and Amram's wife was named Jochebed. She also was a descendant of Levi, born among the Levites in the land of Egypt. Amram and Jochebed became the parents of Aaron, Moses, and their sister Miriam. To Aaron were born Nadab, Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. But Nadab and Abihu died when they burned before the Lord. The wrong kind of fire, different than what he had commanded. So those were the two that got burned up. Verse 62, the men from the Levite clan who were 1 month old or older numbered 23,000, but the Levites were not included in the registration of the rest of the people of Israel because they were not given an allotment of land when it was divided among the Israelites. So these are the results of the registration of the people of Israel as conducted by Moses and Eleazar the priest on the plains of Moab beside the Jordan River across from Jericho. Not one person on this list had been among those listed in the previous registration taken by Moses and Aaron in the wilderness of Sinai. For the Lord had said to them, they will all die in the wilderness. Not one of them survived except Caleb, son of Jephunneh, and Joshua, son of Nun. Last chapter, chapter 27, talking about the daughters of Zelophehad. One day a petition was presented by the daughters of Zelophehad, Mahlah, Noah, Hoglah, Milcah, and Tirzah. Their father, Zelophehad, was a descendant of Hepher, son of Gilead, son of Machir, son of Manasseh, son of Joseph. These women stood before Moses, Eleazar, the priest, the tribal leaders, and the entire community at the entrance of the tabernacle. Our father died in the wilderness, they said. He was not among Korah's followers who rebelled against the Lord. He died because of his own sin, but he had no sons. Why should the name of our father disappear from his clan just because he had no sons? Give us property along with the rest of our relatives. So Moses brought their case before the Lord. And the Lord replied to Moses, the claim of the daughters of Zelophehad is legitimate. You must give them a grant of land along with their father's relatives. Assign them the property that would have been given to their father. And give the following instructions to the people of Israel. If a man dies and has no son, then give his inheritance to his daughters. And if he has no daughter either, transfer his inheritance to his brothers. If he has no brothers, give his inheritance to his father's brothers. But if his father has no brothers, give his inheritance to the nearest relative in his clan. This is a legal requirement for the people of Israel, just as the Lord commanded Moses. In verse 12, Joshua is chosen to lead Israel. One day the Lord said to Moses, climb one of the mountains east of the river and look out over the land I have given the people of Israel. After you have seen it, you will die like your brother Aaron, for you both rebelled against my instructions in the wilderness of Zin. When the people of Israel rebelled, you failed to demonstrate my holiness to them at the waters. Remember when he was supposed to speak to the rock, but instead he took his staff and tapped on the rock and said, what do you want me to do? Give you water from a rock? Moses said that. He didn't say, let's ask the Lord for water. So when the people of Israel rebelled, you failed to demonstrate my holiness to them at the waters. These are the waters of Meribah at Kadesh in the wilderness of Zin. Then Moses said to the Lord, O Lord, you are the God who gives breath to all creatures. Please appoint a new man as leader for the community. Give them someone who will lead them into battle, so the community of the Lord will not be like sheep without a shepherd. The Lord replied, take Joshua, son of Nun, who has the Spirit in him. And that's a capitalized spirit, as in the Holy Spirit. who has the Spirit in him, and lay your hands on him. Present him to Eleazar the priest before the whole community, and publicly commission him to lead the people. Transfer some of your authority to him so the whole community of Israel will obey him. When direction from the Lord is needed, Joshua will stand before Eleazar the priest, who will use the Urim, one of the sacred lots cast before the Lord, to determine his will. This is how Joshua and the rest of the community of Israel would determine everything they should do. So Moses did as the Lord commanded. He presented Joshua to Eleazar the priest and the whole community. Moses laid his hand on him and commissioned him to lead the people, just as the Lord commanded through Moses. That is the reading for today. I got one quick thing to look up, though. I'm going to look it up, and I'll hopefully can find the image to show you on the screen share. Katatin Cooking Mama's Homestead. Good morning. May God bless you. May God bless you. And good morning. Welcome. I think I read this term maybe either at the end of Genesis or somewhere in Exodus. I don't know if you guys remember, but Urim and Thummim. Do you guys remember that? Urim and Thummim. That was just mentioned. I'm going to read it again for clarification. And while I'm waiting for this image to pop up, I'm going to look in this dictionary to see if I can find it. Urim and Thummim. Okay. All right, Urim and Thummim. Let me read that again, just in case you guys missed it right there at the end. As Joshua was chosen to be the new leader, to pick up where Moses left off right before he's going to die. Let's see. All right, I'm going to pick it up at verse 19. This is chapter 27, Numbers 27, verse 19. Present him to Eleazar, the priest, before the whole community and publicly commission him to lead the people. Transfer some of your authority to him so the whole community of Israel will obey him. When direction from the Lord is needed, Joshua will stand before Eleazar, the priest, who will use the Urim, U-R-I-M, one of the sacred lots cast before the Lord to determine his will. This is how Joshua and the rest of the community of Israel will determine everything they should do. I'll type this in here just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Urim and Thummim, right? And then I'm going to do a quick screen share. I'm going to do the screen share, and then I'm going to read what I've got in this dictionary here. This Bible dictionary. Urim and Thummim. Oh, I'm pronouncing it wrong. It's Urim. Urim and Thummim. Okay. Urim and Thummim. Okay. Gems or stones carried by the high priest and used by him to determine God's will in certain matters. Many scholars believe these gems were lots that were cast, much as dice are thrown to aid the high priest in making important decisions. The Urim and Thummim were either on, by, or in the high priest's breastplate. For this reason, the breastplate is often called the breastplate of judgment or decision. In the instructions for making the breastplate, the linen was to be doubled to form a square. And that's reference is given to Exodus 28:16. If the top edge was not stitched together, the breastplate would be an envelope or pouch. Many scholars believe the Urim and Thummim were kept in this pouch and were stones or gems with engraved symbols that signified yes no, or true, false. By these, the high priest reached a decision according to this theory. The Jewish historian Josephus, a contemporary of the Apostle John, believed that the Urim and Thummim had to do with the flashing of the precious stones in the breastplate. Later, Jewish writers believed that the letters in the names of the 12 tribes of Israel engraved on the stones stood out or flashed in succession to spell out God's answer. This theory does not imply that Urim and Thummim could produce answers to questions that called for more than a mere yes or no reply. Another theory is that by staring at the Urim and Thummim, the high priest went into a state of ecstasy or trance, during which God spoke to him. The student or Bible teacher should bear in mind that all of these theories are pure guesswork. No one knows the exact nature of the Urim and Thummim or precisely how they were used. There are a few allusions to the Urim and Thummim in the Bible. They're first mentioned in the description of the breastplate of judgment back in Exodus 28:30, and it's also mentioned in Leviticus 8:8. When Joshua succeeded Moses, he was to have answers from the Urim through Eleazar the priest. This is in Numbers 27:21. They're next mentioned in Moses' dying blessing upon Levi, which is in Deuteronomy 33:8. There are places in the Bible where Urim and Thummim may be implied but are not named, such as Joshua 7:14 through 18, 1 Samuel 14:37 through 45, and 2 Samuel 21:1. Saul sought direction from the witch of Endor when he could receive no answer from the Lord, either by dreams or by Urim or by the prophets. And you can read about this in 1 Samuel 28:6. Another interesting reference to the Urim and Thummim occurred during the period after the return of the Jewish people from their years in captivity by the Babylonians. The Persian governor of Jerusalem denied the people permission to observe some of their ancient Jewish food laws until a priest could consult with the Urim and Thummim. And you can read about that in Ezra 2:63. And so that, ladies and gentlemen, is the description that I get from this Nelson's Compact Series Bible Dictionary. Again, if you're interested in something like this, the link to this is in the description of this video. You can refer to it later when you watch the replay or just after the live stream is over. But that is the conclusion of today's reading. I just completed Numbers 25, 26, and 27. Yes. Now it's shout out time. Yeah, it looks like I've had a little bit of buffering because my video is way back. Shout out time. Thank you so much for joining me in the live stream today. Shout out to my live stream people who joined me. Early Bird Life of Key, The Wiz, Laverne Dorsey, Black Kinlaw, and Katatin Cooking Mama's Homestead. Thank you so much for taking time out. I missed a comment. Keeping it in the family wealth as it's done today. Is that in reference to the priesthood? I think I missed that when you gave it out. But let me know in the comment section what you are referring to by that part. Are you talking about the Levites? I think maybe you're talking about the Levites. In either case, it's Saturday. I'm so happy because it's my one day off. So on this one day, I'm going to get a lot done. This is the first order of business, as it always is. And so it is done. Hope you guys enjoyed the reading. I hope it inspires you to do some reading of your own, some research of your own, some learning, get some learning done. And on that note, thank you, Lord, for this time that I have to read the Bible, to learn, to understand, to get a fuller understanding of what it means to be a Christian, because that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get back to my roots. And I ain't talking about my black roots. I'm just talking about my roots, my spiritual roots. I'm trying to get back to you. So thank you for this time, and thank you for this moment to share the word with all my friends, because all my friends are on YouTube. Amen. Ah, oh wow, I had a big drop at some point. I must have lost a connection. Somewhere in the middle, everybody left the room and everybody came back. Oh, YouTube. Well, it is my day off, so hopefully I can go get a dedicated Ethernet cord cable and somehow, some way, get it together so I can give you guys the best possible live stream that I can. Again, at the top of the live stream, I asked you guys how the sound was. I'm going to check it out when I do the replay. I don't hear anything on this side ever, but sometimes on a replay, I hear a little wobble, 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 wobble. If you guys hear that, let me know, and I'll see what I can do about clearing things up. On that note, thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow. I had 7 people. No, I had 8 people at one point. And 6 likes, 6 out of 8. That ain't bad. I take that any day. Bye, y'all. Or rather, see you tomorrow. And thanks for watching. Entrepreneur Drive 40, Entrepreneur Drive. Entrepreneur Drive 40, Entrepreneur Drive. Entrepreneur Drive 40, Entrepreneur Drive. Thanks for watching, share, like, and subscribe.